Here's your night, along with Aaron and Frosty. We're taking flight, tune in, level up, turn the quest. In the world of action, we're the best. Welcome to the Town Portal Podcast.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 4 of the Town Portal Podcast. My name is Aaron, the owner and operator of the YouTube channel Action RPG. And with me, as always, is my co-host, and he's not AI. He is a real person, I think, unless he's tricking me. Frostylaroo, say hello, sir.
Hello, everybody. Thanks, Aaron. I'm thrilled about today's episode because we have a special guest joining us today. I believe her in-game name is Limark. I'm sorry if I don't say that correctly, but her real name is Linda. She's a phenomenal streamer and content creator who has captivated the gaming community with her incredible skills and engaging personality. Linda, we're so excited to have you here this morning, or really late at night, depending where you are. How are you today or this morning?
What a lovely intro. That was so nice. Thank you for having me. I'm really excited to be here. I'm so excited. I'm like, drrr. My heart is beating.
Don't be nervous. I know that doesn't work. Okay, I give Frosty lots of crap because I'll intro the podcast. Frosty, you intro the guest. And he normally fumbles over it. So I think
I wrote it down this time.
He really prepared to intro Linda, which is absolutely awesome.
I loved it. It was beautiful.
No,
Thank
you did a great job. You did it absolutely
I
great.
don't know if I
Yeah.
should do it on the fly next time because it's kind of funnier, but I didn't want to mess up 3 times in a row.
No. That was absolutely great.
Okay.
We got a great podcast scheduled for today. We're going to go for about 90 minutes. We're going to talk to Linda, ask her some questions, see what game she played and how she got to where she is today. We're going to talk some Last Epoch. We'll talk some Titan Quest 2, some Diablo 4, because of course with our biggest super fan, we got to talk some D4. And then we'll put Linda in between 2 portals in the hot seat, and we'll hit her with some of those hard-hitting questions. And then at the end of the podcast, we'll open it up to Q&A if anybody has any questions for any of us or Linda. So it should be pretty fun. Frosty, do you want to start with the first question, sir?
Yeah, my first one is usually a pretty easy one, but I'm just curious. What video games did you play growing up? What video games are you in your current rotation of games? And are there any games that you're excited about in the future?
Okay. First question. Games. My favorite game when I grew up.
Yeah.
Yeah, favorite or just
okay.
a few games that you played growing up.
Now it's hard because favorite game, there's different ages, so you could talk about
A few different ones,
yeah, just some ones
Okay.
that really come to mind when you think of gaming in your youth.
So the thing about me growing up and gaming, I was old school parents. You shouldn't sit at the computer. You shouldn't play games. You should be outside, hanging with your friends. So I basically just played all games behind their back.
Nice.
Okay.
And I played what we had. And mostly it was my brother. He had the console. He had all the games. He had, so and so. But what I did play was such a huge random list of games. They weren't even close. I remember I played Medal of Honor on PlayStation 1.
Okay.
I played Casper the Ghost. Do you remember?
Wow. No.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Casper, the friendly ghost. Yes.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what we had. But also I played Tekken 3, I
Okay.
think it was. And then I would say, what else did we have? And we had so many games that I just played. And you remember those demo CDs that you got with
Oh, yes.
magazines?
Of course.
Yeah. Yeah. I played anything. I played Tank Wars. I just played it because it was fun. So yeah, I don't really have a favorite game. People come to my stream and they say, oh, D2, my favorite, it's childhood memories, nostalgia. I don't really have that.
Okay.
So that's why I'm catching up now.
Oh,
I'm literally
okay.
playing everything. Since I moved from home, I play games nonstop. So,
And what games are you playing now? What are your rotation?
On on stream is just the ARPGs, but before that, I loved all kinds of games, mostly open world adventure games like Assassin's Creed, Uncharted, Skyrim, those kind of games. But I also am a sucker for point and click games. I just love those as well.
That's awesome.
Yes, that's it. Yeah, it's just I like all kinds of games, some less than others, but yeah, I just love games in general.
If you're okay sharing, I already see a bunch of people in chat asking where you're from. So, like, where'd you grow up?
Oh, we didn't say that. I'm Swedish. I'm Swedish, but I currently live in Slovenia because my boyfriend is Slovene.
Okay, I thought it was a Bronx accent for a second.
Okay.
I don't even know. I thought I didn't even know you had accents really in America, except for Texan.
Yeah, there's accents.
No, it's just one accent and then the Texan accent.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, there's some different accents in America, right? The Texas accent. Okay,
Yeah.
Linda, how many days a week are you streaming?
5 days now. I have learned. I used to stream every single day for since I started.
Yep.
And then I started taking off Wednesdays not long ago, and now I'm taking weekends off. So yeah, 5 out of 7 now.
So currently
Like
you would say you're a full-time streamer, correct?
Yeah.
All right. And when Frosty asks what games are in your rotation, so does that, like, some people play PoE, then jump to Last Epoch, then jump to Diablo, that, like, what are the games? Do you have games that you're currently jumping through?
I don't have a specific list, but I'm building it up, I guess. I will obviously LE Last Epoch is the game that started it all, basically, when it comes to ARPGs on my channel.
I like that answer.
Yeah. I just love Last Epoch. It's a great game. And then that I will always come back to. And then we have, I tried PoE now twice. I just can't get into it. It's not that it's complicated or anything. It just doesn't pull me in for some reason.
Okay.
You completely get it though, right? Like you're playing, you're like, you understand everything. You just
I do
don't
my
like
own
it.
builds. I'm just like,
I'm
not stupid.
And the game is almost too easy to play is the problem.
I remember my grandma playing it when I was younger. It was
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, so you get it. But no, it just didn't pull me in. So I'm waiting for PoE 2. I will definitely try that out.
Okay.
I'm really excited for that. And then it's Diablo 4, I guess.
Of course.
It's our favorite, right, Frosty?
Yeah, damn right.
So I've added that to my rotation. I started season 4, and I think I wasn't sure I was gonna continue, but somehow I don't know. I just felt like playing it again, so I'm gonna jump on the next season as well.
So as of right now, you're a full-time streamer. Is that correct?
Yeah.
What made you want to be a full-time streamer?
Well, actually, I started on YouTube. So I started doing videos on YouTube. And I guess I always wanted to stream because it seemed very, of course, it seems very fun. But I was so scared to do it because, it's scary when you start out.
Yep.
So, but when I finally got the courage, I started streaming on YouTube. And then I eventually went to Twitch. And here we are now.
Oh, that's cool.
But why? Yeah, I hate editing.
Okay. Yeah.
I see.
I absolutely
understand
hate
that.
editing, so streaming is perfect because then I don't.
Streaming's
have to
fun. Editing takes a lot of work, and sometimes it's just like. Sometimes people don't watch your video that you spend a ton of time editing on. But
Frosty, you're a professional editor. That's your job. You're an editor.
I know.
I'm so jealous. He's so good at
it. He is very, very good at it.
Amazing. Yeah, such great videos.
But yeah, back to your streaming. You mentioned your parents didn't really let you play games when you were little. You had to sneak it. Do they know what you do now?
Oh, good question.
Yeah. Now it's like, ooh, how's that? They don't know what it is. Like they don't understand what streaming on Twitch is. Like they're like, okay, but is it going well?
Interesting.
Will you make money on it? I'm like, I hope so eventually.
Have you tried explaining to them what exactly it is?
I explained like I play games, people watch and talk to me.
Okay, all right.
The,
Yeah, I'm at a point now where I tell my parents I have a World of Warcraft raid tomorrow. I can't go to dinner, and they know what I'm talking about. It took a little while, but
see.
they eventually learned it.
But they will tell you just to pause the game. It's okay, you can pause. Anytime, right?
I mean,
So,
even
yeah.
my wife is like, I understand YouTube, right? You make a video, people watch it, there's ads. I don't understand streaming. It took her a long time too. And that's, my wife. During my last subathon that went for 31, during my only subathon that went for 31 days, like my family, they could not. I totally get that. Even my mom's like, I don't understand. Like, I can't figure it out.
But I haven't really showed them either. If I showed
Yeah.
them, it would have been a difference. But
No, they never watched you yet.
I
Okay.
don't think they don't know what Twitch is, and they don't use YouTube either. So it's just.
Sounds like my kind of people. Those are my kind of people.
So your name, am I saying it right? Limark?
I don't know. So here's the deal.
You don't know?
Because it's just made up. It's my names, but the first letters of my names.
Okay, I was gonna ask where it came from. So that makes sense.
It was just I hate making up usernames. I hate it. I always take anything that I can see in my room.
Okay.
But I felt like my username shouldn't be like coffee cup or sock or
Yeah, that's usually what my passwords are.
Sock and coffee cup, those two combined, or one or the other?
sock coffee cup. Yeah, no. So that's what it is. It's Linda Maria Kristin.
Wait. What? Say that one more time.
Linda Maria Kristin.
Frosty, can you repeat? Frosty, can you repeat that for me really quick?
It's Swedish, yeah.
Yeah, I could. Yes, I could.
Later.
Yeah.
Not now.
I'm not going to, but can I?
But you can if you want to. It's
so
basically Linda Mariah Kristin. I don't know what I say.
So
Linda
before we
Mariah
go deep down,
Kristin.
But it's Marie. Oh, I say it. It's very Swedish. I can. Should I write it in chat? Or
No. I mean, it's okay.
It's okay. Yeah. So
Yeah,
that's where it comes from. That's all. That's like how fun that was.
How would you pronounce it? Your Twitch name?
Lee March.
all right.
Okay.
Good.
Yeah.
That's how I think I've been doing it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, but
we
people
go
say
down the
Limark, Lee March. It doesn't really matter. Some people call me Lim, some call me Lima, some call me Lee. It's just doesn't matter.
My question
But I heard
is,
arch means butt in German, so that's fun.
my question is, do you think you've heard Linda listen more than I've heard you've done messed up Aaron? I wonder who has heard which one more.
Actually, it has never come up in my stream, but in your stream, it's come up a lot.
Linda listen?
I don't know what that is.
It's a video where there's a kid talking to his mother, and the mom's name is Linda, and he just keeps saying, Linda, listen. It's just this stupid.
Okay.
It's this.
Yeah, he's
thought it was like
arguing
a
with
Zelda
his mother,
thing.
and you can clearly see that he's picked that up from his father. So yeah, they're having an
Oh, okay.
argument
I
because
got it. I got
the
it.
little guy is trying to convince her of something. So he's calling her by her first name and like, honey, listen, Linda, honey.
Yeah.
Correct. You know
It's just
Aaron though, right, Frosty?
I do know that one.
Okay,
yes.
you know that one.
Yes. Don't have to explain that. But yeah, so any hobbies outside of streaming that you have interest in?
I do crochet on and off. That's one thing, but it really goes in periods when I
Okay.
feel like it. But right now, it's more. I just do everything that I don't know. I do only stuff that has to do with my stream now. Right now, I think
Yeah,
I'm
that makes
so
sense.
involved in that, and you probably know how it is. You just so
I have
obsessed
zero
with it.
hobbies outside of video games.
Nah.
If you were gonna leave your house, you had to leave your house, what would it be for?
Me.
Yes.
But so I mean, like, is it?
I'd go play games somewhere else.
I'm trying to think.
I just bring my Steam that goes to the park.
Yeah,
Nah,
we're
if
gonna
I have
switch.
to leave, well, I do like to go for walks and such, but it's, I don't know. There's people out there. Have you seen it?
I've seen it.
Oh,
Did you know?
I've seen it.
No, I don't go out. I don't think I go out often. No. But I do have one more thing. I read a lot of books.
Okay.
I like reading. Yeah.
Do you have anything you've crocheted at arm's reach?
No.
Okay.
okay. What is your favorite thing to crochet?
Tiny little figures, I think, like amigurumi, if you know what that is. It's just tiny figures. It depends. I also like to crochet for other people. It's more fun to do it for someone else than for me. So I did actually some Pokemon from my nephews, which was fun.
My wife is in chat right now. Wifey Action RPG. I want her to crochet me something awesome. So you have a request too, just FYI.
Me.
Yep.
Oh,
Okay.
Good luck.
I'll try to find something cool to make.
All right. So back to, I guess, your streaming before we continue on. Do you get any, is everyone been kind of positive in your stream? And if not, what negative comments do you get and how do you handle them? Like what do you get that just kind of annoys you?
What drives you
I've been-
nuts?
I've been very lucky, honestly. I have a great community and they all are very positive. There have been some negativity occasionally, but I know it's unavoidable.
Or you
Yeah.
ban them? They're gone.
They don't exist anymore.
Okay.
No, but I'm kidding. No, I try to keep it positive, and if there is negativity, the negativity is usually this game suck. So
Why do you
that's
play
the most
Last
common.
Epoch? This game sucks. Do you get that once in a while?
Oh, this is dead. This game is dead. So on.
Weird.
And but I'm just like, okay, well, you don't have to play it if you don't want to. It's
Yeah.
I usually my strategy is just I'm just
Ignore them.
ignoring it. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not worth it to feed it.
I never get that when I play D4. No one comes in and says this game sucks. They're all like, amazing game. You're awesome for doing this. Love
Yeah,
this
you
game.
chose the
Keep
right
going."
game for sure.
So normally in my stream, when I hear Ellie's dead, why do you play this? You're playing a game that isn't good. Normally, before I even can say something, there's like 5 people in my chat that have already like jumped down that person's throat. But
Yeah.
yeah, I normally can't
That is how-
ignore it either because I turn into like Papa Bear of Last Epoch and feel like I have to defend it. I don't know why. I know I
Oh,
probably
man.
should
Yeah.
just ignore it.
They love that though. They
I
love it,
know,
and then they
I
just want
know.
to come and poke you more.
Yep.
I know.
That's what I think also. If you just ignore it, it doesn't feed them what they want. So they say like 1 or 2 things and then okay. And then they leave. So
Yeah.
that's how it is. Yeah, I have, this is a weird thing. There's so much negativity about every single ARPG game and I don't get it. It's very sad actually. I feel like
Yeah, the
why do
community
you
is very
play a
tribal.
game
I
that
know.
you clearly are annoyed with? Why do you keep playing it? Just stop playing it and play something else. Don't come and complain about it. It's just
This
and it's so
is
much
a great
comparing and
conversation.
it's just I just feel it's so much negativity. I don't like it. I don't care for it. And don't play the game if you don't like it.
Frosty, you can
Yeah.
probably comment on this since you play a lot of World of Warcraft. I was talking with my community and I said, maybe I just have blinders on. Maybe it's like it in every community, like first-person shooters or Battle Royale or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, lately in the action RPG community, I always used to think it's kind of happy-go-lucky, and that's not the sense I get now. It feels like, yeah, a lot of people are tribal. It's like you can't have
It turned
two
into
things.
a war.
Yeah, it's like
It
Yeah.
turned into a freaking war that shouldn't be a war. It should be every game for itself. Don't over compare. It's just over comparing right now. It's
Yeah.
like
Mm-hmm.
no game are the same. That sucks. But
Yeah.
it's all different for reasons. We all like different, that you don't have to force yourself to like it if you don't. So yeah, it's just this war that happened, and I don't know where it came from. It's
I'm going to say most people like the game, and you're going to hear like the vocal minority. There's actually a lot of good ARPGs out now, and that's really never been the case a
we're
few
so
years
blessed
ago.
right now with so
I
many
know.
ARPGs.
Then
I guess that's the problem.
yeah, you just get people love the genre. So there's a fine line between love and hate. So you're going to get people that are viciously angry at people going to the next league season cycle because people are leaving their league season cycle, and they're mad because they're engaged, and that's almost a good thing. With World of Warcraft, back on that, it's gotten to a point now where all the anger's already happened.
It's
So
out.
now
It's
people
out.
are apathetic about it. They just don't care. So they left. They just like, there's no, like, you either like it or you don't talk about it. And that's pretty much how WoW is now. And you don't want that really with your community. You kind of want them to be a little angry, because it kind of helps the developers being like, hey, maybe we can work on something. The game gets better. And I guess everyone eventually is going to be able to find their favorite game and maybe stop saying another game sucks, but that's probably never going to happen.
But isn't it kind of weird? I mean, I know Linda has to deal with this because I deal with it, but it's like you're streaming Last Epoch and a random, like, what makes that person join your stream and say, hey, why do you play this game? It sucks. Like, that's, I mean,
right?
in my head, I'm thinking like, man, this person is in like a really weird place probably in their life. That's a pretty weird thing.
That's the
to
thing.
do,
We mirror,
you know?
we all mirror so much more of our internal selves than we think whenever we complain, whenever we, I see behind that. I'm like, okay, so I know there's something else bothering you.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
just had the need to go and say this for some reason.
It's
But,
very
yeah, I
weird
know
when they
there's
come to a
something.
stream. Like for YouTube video, I've had that because I just came out with like a Path of Exile video, and I do only D4 usually. And people came in and being like, "Why are you doing Path of Exile? Aren't you D4?" I'm like, "Okay, makes sense," because they got recommended my video.
Yeah.
For Twitch, it's like they see you're playing Last Epoch. They either go to your channel directly or they go to like the Last Epoch page and they click on someone to be like, "This game sucks." It's like they're purposely going out to be angry at you. It's kind of weird.
It is.
I don't know what they want. Like, what do they want me to say? Yeah, I'm playing this game right now and I hate it. Absolutely agree. It's the worst fucking game. Let me just continue playing it.
Yep.
Play this game.
And I feel like, Linda, you're currently in a place that I was in years ago. Like, Last Epoch is a game that'll get its hooks in you. Like, you'll want to play, and your stream will go longer, and you'll be like, I think I'm at 3,500 hours. And sometimes my wife is like, aren't you bored out of your mind? You do the same thing. And it's like, no, like, I streamed for 9 hours today and I couldn't believe how quick it went by. Like,
I agree. Yeah. It's crazy how that game captures you.
I know.
I don't know how it does it. And it's also, I mean, I have now, I'm going to check quickly, but now when I came back to the next cycle, I had 600 hours.
That's a lot.
And I started in February when the launch happened. And I've only played Primalist. Like, I have 600 hours in Primalist only.
Oh.
What is that?
Yeah, I was going to ask. I have a question here. So you play ARPGs, obviously. Do you have a specific archetype that you like Mage, Fighter, or like Rogue?
Yeah,
And I guess Primalist.
I do. I don't know why, but I'm super into melee for some reason. I don't want to play caster or minion builds. I tried them. I see the fun. I see the fun part. But I don't know. It's just the fun, bonking someone with an axe or a sword. It's just...
If you are playing Primalist and you like playing melee, that means you're playing Swipe, maybe Tempest Strike.
I have not used Tempest Strike. I haven't even done a Shaman yet. I've only played Primalist and Druid. I haven't even
you played
tried
Beastmaster and Druid.
Oh, no, I haven't even tried Shaman.
Oh my
How
gosh.
weird is that? Yeah.
Just for the people watching, there is 15 masteries in the game. Linda has 600 hours in and has tried 2. She tried 2.
It's amazing.
That's unbelievable.
Yep.
Oh,
And
I
now
love that.
I looked, I have 766 hours. And now I'm playing Sentinel.
Now, you don't have to say this. I assume it's probably 2,000 hours. What character do you play in Diablo 4?
Oh.
Druid.
Oh, wow. Okay. 2,000 hours on Druid. Wow.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to play
Come to me if
Druid
you have
this
questions.
season.
I'm an expert on Druid.
Oh, no.
No, but I actually only played. I did play D4 for the first time when season 4 came out now.
Well, that's
and I
a
went
good
with
season to
Druid.
start.
It was really great season. Actually, it was. People were super positive. It was just so much fun, and I played Druid, but I did hardcore only. So I actually only played D4 so far on hardcore, with the campaign then. But I did. I died, eventually.
Yeah.
As we all do.
That'll happen.
But
How far did you get?
I had one character. The stupid part is I finished the campaign.
Yep.
Then I died once to a world boss. I didn't even get close to him. He just did a freaking cone of shit, and then I didn't have my dodge ready, and I died. And then people told me in chat to go do Legion. Oh, go do Legion. That's fun. Oh, you very fun. Died.
What made you want to play hardcore? Just curious.
Yeah.
Because I want to challenge. I want to start challenging myself. So I'm trying. I want to do hardcore.
Mm-hmm.
But now when the cycle came out in LE, it felt really. I didn't think I would get anywhere if I would do hardcore. Because if I would die, I would just have to restart leveling all the time.
You don't want to play that campaign over and over again.
Not
Well, at least
that
you beat the
much.
campaign. Like, that's lucky because now you don't have to redo it. If you didn't beat the campaign and you died, you'd have to restart.
That is true.
Yep.
But in D4, I love the campaign.
It does have a good campaign. I'll give it that.
Good cinematics.
Nah.
Do you skip the cinematics?
So here's my view of the cinematics. In
Oh,
D4.
jeez.
Nay,
Here
it's
we
not
go.
that it's bad. They are really, really well. Obviously, always Blizzard is
Spared
the
no
gods
expense.
of gods of cutscenes. But they did spare expense on D4 cutscenes because it's in-game cutscenes. Do you know what I mean? The other D3, D2, I don't remember if D1 had cutscenes, but they were amazing. They were animated. You could see hair on the characters' faces, like little tiny face hair, You could see pores. Everything is such an amazing quality. And then I got to D4 and I was looking forward to the cutscenes. And then they only have one real cutscene. And you know which one I mean.
Yeah, the war. Yeah.
And that was kind of a little bit disappointing.
Do you know why they put you in the cutscenes?
Nah.
Frosty,
what?
do you
No.
know why?
Yeah. Microtransactions.
Correct. It's correct.
That's like the answer to most of the questions in D4, at least in the
So
beginning.
if you are in the story, you want your character, to look good in the story, so they could sell more.
I didn't even think about that.
That's literally the reason.
Okay.
You used to be able to teleport directly to someone in D3. Now it's like you got to go to town, check out people's cosmetics, then use a portal, then teleport to that person.
Did you notice I don't know how we got on D4.
Sneaky.
On
Oh, yeah, my
D4,
bad.
and you're playing in a party and there's a loading screen. Do you know what's on the loading screen? Your party. The characters in the
really?
party. Yeah, so you can see each
I don't
other's
play
cosmetics.
with people, so I missed that probably.
Oh, you should set up a party with the #1 super fan. Mr.
Maybe I'll
Frosty,
have a
Oh, yeah.
redeem.
right?
Ah,
I don't play hardcore. I just started recently trying to get, what is that, Renown system completed. Oh, geez, I hate that system.
Oh, you finish Renown. Don't lie.
No, on hardcore. I just started.
Oh, got it.
So yes,
Wait,
that's the
what's
annoying
Renown?
thing. I finished it in. Okay, it's something to get extra Paragon points and
you
skill
have to go
points.
click on all the statues of Lilith.
okay. That's called
Yeah.
renown system. Okay, I didn't do that. I didn't know that. Okay.
Ellie can take some tips from D4 for cosmetics. That's true. That
The
is
renown
true.
system needs to go. I hate that, but whatever.
Well, there was so much complaining that you had to re-unlock it that they finally made it like if you do it once, you don't have to do it again season to season.
They were originally planning on changing the locations of the Lilith shrines they thought about every season, and I don't know. I can't believe that was even thought about. But
Yeah,
yes,
that is,
we let's get off at D4 for now. We'll come back. But here, you have a bird. Can you tell us about this bird?
We both have 100 bird questions, so
That's what
let's
you're
hear it.
interested in.
Yes.
The little screamer on my streams that I literally have to move around because he's like the king of kings. But okay, yeah. I have a bird. He's a budgie, a yellow budgie. Very cute. Very strong personality. Very special. But yeah, he's, what is he, 6 years now? Nay.
Wow.
18. He's born 18. 60 years now.
I'm looking up a picture of your bird so I could show everybody.
Me too.
Are you too?
Yeah, just for fun.
Does your bird, does it have color on its wings?
If it has what?
Does it have color on its wings?
Or all yellow.
No, he's completely yellow. I
Okay,
think
okay.
yellow in birds is albino.
He's
So-
he's 100% yellow. Okay, I got a picture.
I
what
have it on my Discord. Yeah.
what made you want to get a bird as a pet?
So first of all, I had a pet bird when I grew up, a white budgie with black spots. So I already had that once, and then I moved to Slovenia to my boyfriend, and I just casually, randomly mentioned that, oh, it would be fun to have birds again. Oh, 3 days later, he goes home with 2 birds. So
Nice.
that's how that went. So it wasn't like I went to get a bird. He went to get the birds for me.
So you told your boyfriend the story of you growing up having a pet bird, and he surprised you with 2 birds. You have 2 birds, correct?
No, one died, unfortunately.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, so that was, I think she died because you shouldn't have one bird really, but now we don't think he's going to get along because he was very dominated by other birds. He wasn't allowed to eat. He wasn't allowed to drink. So he was very malnourished. So he didn't develop properly. So he's very weak. But so we're very scared to get him another bird, even if I would want to. But if they don't fit, then I have 2 birds separately.
Yeah, separate. Yeah.
So, that's worse.
Frosty, do you think it's a good time to transition to the next scene so I could show everybody the bird?
Oh, hold on. Let me
He's
see.
a beast master.
Just double checking my notes here. Yeah, I think we're good. I pretty much had some questions about your country and like any weird things that go on, but we can ask them in the next one.
I
We can ask
asked
that at
during
the end.
stream earlier if Van Helsing lives there.
We
and
can
he-
talk all about IKEA, ABBA. What else do you want? Sabaton is famous now as well, I guess.
It's like where Dracula lives or something. Okay, switching to extra screen to look at from what I think is Linda's bird. All right, does that look like your bird?
A little.
A
but
little?
That's way too late. Yeah, he's very yellow.
Like
Very yellow.
your bird is
Very yellow,
not
yeah.
as
My-
yellow?
No, he's not. He's actually like a little bit brighter yellow.
Oh, your bird your bird is brighter than this bird?
Not like more yellow, just how do you say English? Less saturated.
Less saturated. So
Yeah,
it's
it's that.
more.
But brighter.
I don't know how you say it. Like
Okay, hold on.
Lighter shade. Thank you.
A
Lighter,
lighter
shade.
shade.
Okay.
A lighter shade.
Look, chat is helping. Thank you, chat.
Got it.
Pale. Okay, pale yellow, apparently.
Okay, but this is if I just picked a random picture, kind of your bird, right? Right here,
Kind of ish, yeah.
kinda ish. Can the bird fly, or is the wings clipped?
No, I would never clip wings. Why?
So-
No.
So your bird flies around your guys' house.
No, because he doesn't want to come out.
Okay, shy.
Okay.
Does your bird talk? Is it a talking bird?
Ooh, that's
yeah,
a good question.
not like he doesn't talk any like us, but yeah, he's very chatty.
Chirps.
Very chatty.
Your bird chirps during stream, right?
Yeah, or scream.
Co-host for your stream.
So that means that the
Indeed.
bird's cage must be right next to you, right?
Yeah, usually yes, all the time. He's like right here.
Oh, wow. Okay.
You ever bring the bird on stream?
Ooh.
Yeah. When he decides that when I can trick him to go on the stick, so I'm like, hey. Then I take him out, and he's like, oh, the world, what is this? And he's super scared. But I show him to stream, yeah.
So your
It's,
bird
requested.
Your bird doesn't have clipped wings. It's 6
Yeah.
years old and won't leave its cage.
Yay. And I have everything open. He can come out whenever he wants. That's not a problem. I've never, unless I have like windows wide open or anything, then I close the cage, of course. But other than that, I actually had to take him out and make him fly for exercise. But no, I wouldn't clip wings. No, he can fly if he wants to. He just
To
I don't
make
know.
him fly, do you literally like throw him in the air and he just takes off?
I hope you make it. No.
I would think that would work, right? It's like throwing a dog in a pool. No, that's a terrible analogy.
I mean, they do.
A fish in the water. No.
No, I don't know. I wouldn't do that. No, I just hold the stick, and if I'm far away, he always tries to go back to the cage. So I'm just standing far away, and then have to try and fly there. So
Okay. Cool.
yeah,
All right. Any?
you don't have to throw him.
I got so many bird questions. We can get off bird questions.
I'm going to get off the bird question here, but I have a question for you. So, one of the instruments most popularly used in polka is the accordion. How much do you love accordion music?
How did you get a polka question in there somehow?
Oh, it's my favorite. I absolutely hate accordion, but it's because, yeah, you knew that.
Oh, I see. He already heard you say that previously, that you hate the accordion.
Yes.
I have some trauma because where we lived before, you could hear everything, and our neighbor upstairs, their kid played accordion every single day.
I see.
And it drove me freaking insane. And now I never want to hear that instrument ever again.
Maybe
and
you
it's
just
their
haven't heard
national
it.
instrument.
You haven't heard it played right. Maybe that's the problem.
Maybe. But now I'm so sick of it, so I don't think I care if it's played right. If it's playing my favorite song, I don't care. I don't ever want to see it again.
That makes sense. Okay. Everybody, on screen right now is the current Last Epoch roadmap. Now, this roadmap shows currently we are in update 1.1. This is cycle 2. Then you've got cycle 3, cycle 4, cycle 5. Just easier to understand than these weird numbers that EHG uses. But anyways, Linda, have you seen this before?
I've seen it. I've basically seen everything. I never read it though.
Okay.
I never go
Pictures
through
are
anything.
cool.
Yeah, it's like this is
Yeah,
picture,
really
picture
nice.
books are better anyways. Well, obviously you know what we're in right now with cycle 2, Harbingers of Ruin. So I thought quickly we could go through the future cycles and kind of get your take on it, since I think you would say that Last Epoch's currently like your number 1 game. Would that be fair and accurate or no?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Okay. So coming later this year, we are currently estimating, we don't know, that cycle 3 will be end of October, early November, week 1 November, because they got to have some space between Vessels of Hatred, Diablo 4's expansion. So in cycle 3, we get Primal Hunt endgame events, the new Ancient Era story chapter. This is going to be chapter 10 of the campaign, and new Primordial uniques. Thoughts?
I was told that yesterday. I didn't know because I've seen the pictures
Yep.
I'm like a child. I'm like, oh, pictures. Okay, good. Text. I don't want to read. Yeah, they told me. My chat told me yesterday that that was gonna be new story. How do you say? Continuation of the story
Yep.
in
Chapter
the
10. Yeah.
dinosaur area. And it's
The
like, oh, that's so
ancient
nice. I
era.
love. Yeah, the ancient era. And I just love that that map or that
Yeah,
that
the visual
area
for
is
it.
so pretty.
Mhm.
So I'm really happy that they're gonna do something there. I was wondering, are they saving that for later, or what are they gonna do with that?
And
This
so
is pretty
far,
empty now.
yeah, so far EHG hasn't told us anything about the Primal Hunt endgame system, but Mike, the senior developer and co-founder, said that he actually said the new endgame system, people are gonna love it. It's so much fun. So I'm very curious what this Primal Hunt endgame event is gonna be.
New endgame.
That's what he said, and that's what it says here. Primal Hunt endgame events. When I hear events, it makes me think like maybe it'll be tied to the monolith or not. I think it's going to be like a bestiary, like we're going to be hunting beasts or something like that. But
Yeah, it feels like you would probably stay in ancient era. I don't. Now that you're mentioning it, I'm thinking. I don't think it's gonna be in the monoliths then.
no,
They will probably do something in that era then. That's
Yeah,
so neat.
yeah, that
Maybe
does
once
kinda-
every 6 hours they can have a 5-minute event.
that is
Yeah.
timed on screen. That
Yeah,
that
You better
lasts
get there in time.
that lasts 3 seconds.
Yes, that'd be excellent. But yeah,
Just to
okay.
get that dopamine kick.
Oh my gosh. He's
Oh,
talking
so
about
horrible.
Diablo 4 world bosses. When you get into
Yeah.
late game, they last literally. They don't even. They spawn. You see them. Sometimes your eyes can't see them. It's so fast, and then they.
I think it's
disappear.
every 2 hours now, but it was every 6 hours when they came out. And then season 1 and 2, they were like, you need to kill them about 18 times to complete your season journey book. And it was never happening for people.
Yeah.
But yes, back to Last Epoch. Question for you. For people who don't play Last Epoch, Primordial Uniques, is that something that's in the game yet? Or is that something that's going to be added to the game?
I heard it was new. I have no idea what that is.
It's new. It's not added yet. No information on it yet. People see Primordial Uniques and they immediately think of Primal Uniques from Diablo 3, the ones that have the red border around them. So everyone is
heard that.
thinking that it'll be like a new. EHG would never just up and lift something from another game. So, but it could be in that same vein, like a different rolled unique. I have absolutely no idea. I have no idea.
I don't know either. Primordial. I don't know. What does it say? Unique. Oh.
It's gonna
I'm
be
not even
fun.
sure what primordial means. English.
Well,
It's just a term for probably much better unique or special
Uh-huh.
unique.
okay, what about this? So in the
Uber
ancient
uniques.
in the ancient era, you will hunt, you'll have primal hunts, and those primal hunts drop primordial uniques.
Okay, so it's just
Okay.
like the theme of the
Yeah, those
unique,
types
maybe.
of enemies or bosses drop a specific new rarity of uniques. Maybe?
Okay, well, we'll figure it out soon. A few months.
Oh.
I mean,
Do
that
we
makes-
know when we get more info about that?
No. So they'll probably, so Mike on every Friday stream, they'll probably start releasing teasers and stuff. Probably be another month before we start seeing that. But a lot of people are hoping for a different style of marketing campaign. Me included. We're not super happy with the way that Cycle 2 was released as far as information. So we're hoping that things are done a little different for this new one. But yeah, we don't. I don't know. So we'll see.
Yeah, I usually, if you want to find out anything early, just go into Aaron's stream because he gets usually to play early and ask him questions. He'll say you can't answer it, but look at his like
Right,
micro.
exactly. I was gonna say, but he's
facial
always under an
reactions.
NDA, so you can't freaking ask anything.
They'll be like, Aaron, is there any new uniques? And I'll be like, I can't tell you. Like, that's
Yeah.
you can ask me anything, but I can't tell you.
But I can't tell you. Yeah, I know. It's always just facial expressions. Moving on to Cycle 4. And as you can see here, you have the spider weaving a web. This is going to be the story or whatever of the Weaver. So the Weaver's Will items, we're going to find out about those. This is the one that people are the most excited about on this roadmap because you have the Monolith of Fate expansion. So obviously the main end game system is getting, I don't even know what it means, like an expansion. So it's a full update to the end game system. You're also getting unique false echoes and for the first time, new procedural side zones.
Unique false echoes.
Yeah. Do we know what a false echo is?
I have no idea.
Okay, but
I didn't even know we had them, and now we have unique ones.
I know, not
exciting.
Yet. Exactly. You didn't even know we had false echoes. Now they're unique. And then a lot of people, Linda, you've played a lot, so you've probably seen that. Like you start memorizing the maps, right? There's different starting locations. Okay, maybe not, but they'll put you different starting locations, but technically it's the same map. So they're going to start moving over
I do
procedural.
recognize them sometimes, but my sense of location is the worst in the world. So yeah, I'm happy I find my way to the store sometimes.
Just wing it every time.
Hoping I get where I have to go.
They've talked about how they want a lot of unexpected content. The idea is like the Butcher in Diablo. You're playing the Monolith and like something happens that was unexpected. So now it's like you've got the exiled mages. You have the Nemesis system. You have the chests, the caches that have different rewards in them. Then you actually have what you have to do to finish the Echo. I think with these new procedural side zones, EHG has talked about maybe you're in a Monolith run and you come across an NPC. And the NPC says, these people took my family or whatever, and you go through a portal and now you're like doing a random thing with random procedural side zones that give you random rewards. So that's my guess, but I have no idea.
It's like a little bit like events in Diablo ish.
Yeah, just not nearly as good.
Of course not.
Well, they can't possibly be as good.
No, but it feels a little bit like you run and then someone needs help because they're stuck and they need help saving from bad guys.
Most epic
but here you
quest
actually get never ignore it. I always do every single one.
Good. They need your help.
Of course.
Right.
But here, so you actually get a portal to go to another place. That's more.
And every time you go through that portal, it would be a procedural side zone, which means the map would be completely new and different only for that time. So the idea is that it doesn't become stale because every time it should feel fresh, which is pretty cool.
That's cool. That's really neat.
Yeah. And then that takes us to Cycle 5. And this is the one that I'm the most excited about because I'm always making build guides. I'm always trying new things. And this is the introduction of skill sigils. Now, if you've played PoE for a little bit, and again, this is reaching because I have no idea. Inside of PoE, you have jewels, and you can put these jewels in your passive tree, and it unlocks special things. Like for me, when I would play Witch, it unlocked skeletal mages in Path of Exile. Anyways.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is that Path of Exile thingy?
It looks like it, but in here, it literally shows a jewel, a gem of some sort that goes into the Fireball skill tree that Frosty loves, and then it shows that there's like these branching out trees. Now, I mean,
I've been thinking about this a little bit here.
All right, hit me.
We did have Mike on, and he said like an artist was just commissioned to make this. This isn't an in-game picture, but they had to give some kind of like thought to it.
Of course.
So I'm thinking these aren't augmented passives. When you ruin something, it adds passives. Like
correct. It doesn't change the tree. It adds to the tree.
Yeah. And I'm not sure if it like will automate because they're maybe I'm looking too much into it, but it's all like one dot between everything. So therefore, like, do you just automatically get all the passives? You have to, I don't know. too much to think about, but it's definitely going to change it up a lot.
So my guess is you put in this jewel or whatever it is, and let's just take, for example, this like one right here. Fireball can't be void, right? Maybe this node right here, all fire skills on the tree now become void. Click. You actually spend a passive point in it, and now you could have like a void fireball. Something like that's kind of my guess. Maybe it's just a different way to augment the tree. But why I'm so excited about it is because if this does change the skill, which I would guess it does, that's like getting 120 brand new skill trees. That literally changes.
That's gonna be so dynamic. Like you can do anything.
That literally changes every build guide ever made, like moving forward. You know.
And some uniques you can now use because, you couldn't use before, unless they have a skill specific affixes. But otherwise, it's gonna give you so many more options. You're gonna be in heaven, Aaron.
I know. I'm gonna need more. I'm gonna be like you. We're 700 hours in. We're almost done with Beastmaster. We're almost
two masteries.
Yeah, we're almost done. 4 cycle 5 as well. New end game bosses. Supposedly, this is when we're gonna get Pinnacle Boss 2.0. So right now we're fighting a general of Oribus. So we're thinking maybe we actually get Oribus himself or the Observer, maybe a Terra comes in. So more bosses are coming. And then I don't know if it's exciting for either of you, but we're getting a Transmog and Dice. Oh, Frosty's going to love
excited.
that.
I'm excited.
I don't know. I knew you'd be excited.
Love that. I love that. But yeah, question on Last Epoch for Linda though. How far have you gotten into your Harbinger quest to the Pinnacle Boss?
Oh, that's a great question.
I am currently on my last Harbinger.
Oh wow, that's good.
So yeah, I was doing Aaron's Raptor build, so I've gotten really far. I've never gotten to 300 corruption before. Or 324 because I overdid it a little.
That's okay.
So it's going really well so far, but I did the mistake and I saved the Spirit of Fire. Is it called Spirit of Fire? I'm still not. I don't even know the
Spirit of
names.
Fire is the three fire bosses.
Fire shamans.
Yeah.
Smart. Very intelligent over here. So then I have to fight them, and then the Harbinger is gonna use all of their skills. All of their skills. There's necro shit, there's fire shit, there's his own shit. I'm just, the raptors are dying. Just don't have enough gear for it. It's not dropping. Oh, it's just,
So it's funny. People ask me, Aaron, what determines you for putting out a build guide? And I say it has to, at bare minimum, be able to do a 300 corruption tier 10 Harbinger, which is exactly what you're at right now because...
and I'm not even using Merchant Guild, so you did it.
I was about to add that too. That was on my list.
Oh, here we go. Merchant Guild.
Doing it the hard way, I guess.
Yeah, you are doing it the hard way. That's true.
She plays hardcore D4. Like, of course, she's not doing Merchant Guild.
I know.
It goes hand in hand.
Now it makes sense. Linda, being someone that is currently maining Last Epoch and seeing... literally the next 1 year of content with these next 3 cycles. Is this, I love it, I'm excited, I think it's going to be great, or is it, I think we need more, I think it's not good enough? What are your overall thoughts?
I think this is way more than I expected. I actually don't expect anything. So... every time there's something new, I'm like, ooh, new thing.
Always
It
pleasantly
doesn't matter
surprised.
what it is. I just don't care. I just like that it's new. So, and I never look into anything. So I didn't know that this was coming up. But I'm super excited how many ideas, how much work they put in. It's just, it's amazing.
What
I'm
about
so
you,
happy.
Mr. LaRue? What do you think? You've played some LE now. You got some hours in.
Yeah, I like it. It's got a lot to look forward to. I like every kind of end game bit that they're adding to the game just is going to make the game better because, I mean, it's fun to play the campaign again, but once you get to the end game, it's just like you want things to do. You want different things to do.
Yeah.
So it's all pretty good. And if D4 had this, I would actually be a little confused. It would look like season 1 you get gems, season 2 you get a pet, you get vampires, 3 is a pet that does stuff, and 4 we're fixing items, and be like, oh, that's a weird roadmap.
It would be robot, then it would be no before
It's like
robot.
gem, vampire, robot, fixing items.
That's exactly right.
I don't even know what the new season of D4 is actually. As I said, I never look into it.
We'll know tomorrow.
No, you're gonna know tonight because we're gonna look at it in a minute.
Yeah, we're gonna know about a new
Really?
endgame system.
Okay, we're moving off of Last Epoch. I can only talk about and chill for this game for so long before it gets annoying.
But also, can I just ask,
Yeah.
Frosty, you're playing Last Epoch? How long have you played Last Epoch?
Oh, I just started. Well, I play. Okay. I started when the multiplayer patch came out for like a week. Couldn't get anyone to play. So then everyone's like, we got to play D4. We got to play D4. And I'm like, okay, fine. We'll play D4. And then the game was about to launch in 1.0. And I'm like, I got to get my friends to play this. So I made my first video that exploded on my channel called Why Diablo 4 Players Hate Last Epoch.
It launched your career.
Yeah.
Amazing,
Kind of
yeah.
did. And I made that just to convince my friends to play, and ended up, I think, convincing a few more people. So I played season 1, and I played season 2. I got to 6 Harbingers, but I only have like 10 hours a week to really play. Sometimes a little bit more on weekends, but so I don't really get as far. And then like a next season of another game comes out, I jump around. I'm more casual for sure. But
He's a variety streamer.
Yep.
He's a variety streamer.
Ah, okay.
I'm variety,
But
but people only want to see D4.
You try, but yeah.
I do. I play what I have fun playing.
That's good.
But that's good. Yeah, you should. But a fun story. This is really funny, actually, because I was told by my boyfriend that I showed you who you were and what videos you make, and I was showing the video. I think it was the one that Darth microtransactions were watching when you were in chat as well.
Oh yes, yes.
And I was like, oh, that's fun. And then I showed my boyfriend, like, this is the guy, that's Aaron, and I'm gonna make we're gonna have a podcast and so on, and I'm invited. And he's like, but I recognize that voice, or I don't remember exactly. And he said, didn't we watch the video when we didn't know what Last Epoch was? And
Oh, nice.
And then I went to check, and we found that video, Why D4 Players Hate Last Epoch or something.
Yep.
I don't know exactly the title, yeah. And I played it, and I was like, oh my god, this is why I started playing Last Epoch.
Oh, that's awesome. That's great. Yeah.
And it was such a weird. That was so weird, because I literally kind of knew your video before I knew you, and I didn't even know. I didn't connect it. It was
Frosty, to take that thought farther. Linda started maining Last Epoch because of your video, which brought her to this podcast.
Wow. That's and also wow.
That is so cool. I mean,
My brain's blown up right now. Yeah, I haven't met anyone in. I guess, is this considered real life? I don't know. I haven't met anyone outside.
Anyone in real life?
Those outside people that have seen any of my
Bohemian
videos.
Rhapsody.
So it's kind of cool knowing that someone has watched my video and recognized my voice. It's kind of like one of the first times I'm hearing that outside of like the gaming community. It's just
And your background is so
connected
sweet.
it, and I was like, "What?
Yeah.
I don't connect it." And he's just,
yes.
and he showed me. I wouldn't have known that was you or that video. It was
I had my more normal voice in the first video or two, and then I went a little bit more I guess Giga Chad D4 for my more recent videos. So it's interesting that he recognized my voice.
Yeah, that was. I don't know how he does
Mr.
it, but yeah, that was really cool. Yeah,
Okay.
so when I looked up, because the thing is, this is the thing. I heard that there was a PoE 2 coming out
Mhm.
in February. I heard that. And then I found out about Last Epoch. So I don't know why, but we thought it was PoE 2. We thought Last Epoch was PoE 2.
I see.
And I was like, oh, it's coming out now. What the hell? Maybe we can play that. That sounds fun. And then we looked it up, and that's when we stumbled upon your video
Mm.
and realized that Last Epoch is not even, it's a whole own
Different,
game
yep.
that I've never heard of, and it's been out for 4 years. And I was like, what?
Early access, yeah.
Early access, but still 4 years people have been playing it, and I haven't even heard about it.
But
So,
this is
yeah, it was-
this is something that people talk about, like Diablo 4, and Diablo 4 brought 15 to 20 million players to the genre, which hey, like let's just say you love Diablo 4, you fell in love with it, and now you're done with the season. You're gonna search other
Yep.
games that are like Diablo 4.
yeah.
So it like raises PoE, it raises Last Epoch, Grim Dawn, Inquisitor, all these other games all go up because of, for your example, Path of Exile 2.
I think
D4.
it's like Elden Ring did to Dark Souls games or to Souls games. People who never touched a Souls game before played Elden Ring, and now they wanted to go and play Dark Souls 1, 2, 3, and Sekiro and all of these. I think it's the same. D4 was this genre's Elden Ring, basically.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of how do you say, beginner friendly.
Yep.
It
So,
definitely is. And luckily for all the other ARPG games, Season 3 was so horrible that everyone mass exited out of the game to desperately try and find anything else.
What do you mean? You didn't like the robot? You didn't like the construct?
Oh my god, I don't like that the season theme was you're not more powerful, you have this little pet that's more powerful. And by the way, we're adding traps that suck so bad, we're making them just obsolete and useless, and you just run through the dungeon and get a ton of loot at the end. And I did not like it.
Hey, you're not allowed to talk like that, Frosty. So,
Season 4 was good. Okay.
I actually am so glad I started D4 in season 4. I think that was a great decision.
Oh yeah. I mean, honestly, you started Last Epoch at game launch. You're like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
2 days before.
Best
Yeah.
of both
I
worlds
actually
there.
found it 2 days before. So I started it 2 days before just to get, this, what's it like now before it actually launches? I wanted to see the difference. I didn't get the time because, but still, yeah.
Does your boyfriend play with you as well? Play Last Epoch?
He did try Last Epoch, but he's more D3.
I see.
E3.
D3
Zoom,
season
zoom.
32.
Zoom,
Okay.
So,
Yeah,
Hey, he's a
it's
super
intense.
fan, Frosty.
Soon D4 will be D3.
Think
you think?
Yeah.
In 3 years, maybe 4.
Oh no, yeah. It's heading that way.
We're getting there slowly but steady.
Hey,
is what
Frosty,
I'm
did you
saying.
ever play Immortal?
I played Immortal's story. I beat the entire campaign, and I think I
Great.
spent $2 on that first thing that popped up.
Oh, you
And,
got sucked in for the 800% discount?
Oh, yeah, it was 800% discount. Hell yeah, dude. And then I saw what the Paragon system was, and I saw how to progress your items, and I'm like, this looks real boring. I don't want to keep playing this. And then around that time, people like Quinn and Asmongold were just spending like $10,000 and not even getting one maxed out like item. And I'm like, okay, I don't think this is for me. And then I saw that they like had an algorithm where it teamed you up with people who spent money to make you feel bad that you didn't spend money. And I'm like, okay, this is bad.
What's
I tried
wrong with that?
PvP.
They're
No.
trying to help you,
Oh, good morning,
That's
bird.
awful. Oh wow. I never tried. I actually tried Immortal. I was, I had my, I played D1 to D4 in my channel just to catch up because I never played D1 and D2 before. So I just played all of them, and then we got to, I was done with all of them, and I was like, should I play Immortal? I don't know, but I never did. I tried it, but I don't know.
The campaign is fun, but that's it. Just play the campaign, beat the campaign, and then quit. It's a free game. Do not spend money. Do not play the end game. Just pretend the game ends the moment you beat the campaign.
It's a story game.
yeah,
Like,
I-
you just
yeah.
I played Immortal when it came out, and I beat it, and then I played the end game systems where like once a day you could fight the boss or something, so it has a bunch of dailies, and then I stopped playing it.
Couldn't do it.
Oh, they brought dailies into Immortal?
They have all kinds of
Oh,
stuff.
always.
Like that.
It's a phone game. There's dailies. There's weeklies.
Yeah,
there's
Oh,
monthlies.
yeah, and then it's like, claim this, you have 15
Make sure to
notifications
log
every
on to
day,
get your
like,
daily. Yeah.
claim this, you have to do this. Yeah, okay, yeah.
Everybody's favorite. Are we ready to move on to Titan Quest? We're only going to stay on Titan Quest for a minute.
Yes, we need to move on.
Quest is so pretty.
Yeah.
I love it. I'm so excited.
And
Yeah, I'm a
Frosty knows
sucker for
nothing about
Oh
Titan
my
Quest.
god, yeah, it's so pretty. I'm a
like
sucker
medieval?
for ancient Greece, so it's
Linda,
oh.
So I know you played Diablo 1, Diablo 2, Diablo 3, Diablo 4. You played Wolcen, you played Last Epoch, right? You went through the story in all of them. Have you played Titan Quest?
I have. I didn't finish. I haven't finished it yet, but I have it, and I've been playing it. It's very, very slow compared to, like, you level very slowly.
Yep.
But the cool thing is, I didn't know, because I always go in blind, as I've said many times, and
Yep.
you can have. It's like Grim Dawn. You can have 2 classes.
Do you know why it's like Grim Dawn?
Because Grim Dawn developers came from Titan Quest.
Yeah, it's correct. Yeah.
1
So
point
Grim Dawn is really Titan Quest 2, which would make this Titan Quest 3, but obviously, the names are different. But yeah, the creators made great entertainment.
Do we know when this comes out?
Okay, so Titan Quest 2, The Road to Gameplay. So far, I think I've made maybe 5 or 6 videos on Titan Quest 2. All we have are these dev posts, which this last one gave us a lot of information. We now know all the weapon slots and what's going to be available. We know what the different gear is going to be.
They look amazing.
I know. Look at that. As far as the weapons. We know it's going to have common, magic, rare, infrequent, and unique items. So we know what the affixes are going to be. But we've never seen gameplay. All we have seen is images and text. The THQ Nordic Showcase is this Friday. My time, it's 12:30. So that means, Linda, it's like at nighttime. But August 2nd.
There is a showcase. Cool. Okay.
Yeah, so THQ Nordic Showcase is August 2nd, and it'll be the first time they're going to be showing the full gameplay trailer for Titan Quest 2. So this Friday, we will see the UI, we'll see combat, we'll see visuals,
awesome.
we'll see pacing. A gameplay trailer can tell you so much about the game. Combat feel, impact. Are you going to feel connected to the ground? Lighting, shaders, how the water's going to look. So much, hopefully. And sometimes you'll get a surprise where at the end of the gameplay trailer, you get the little text that comes into focus that tells you release date. So that's what we're really, really fingers crossed. That's shown on Steam coming soon for almost a year now. So like it was supposed to launch this year. I don't know. But Gamescom also at the end of August will have a playable demo of it. But yeah. Coming.
Wait, we're actually getting a date?
We hope.
Maybe.
We hope.
Oh, we hope. Okay.
We hope. Let me see.
See, this is why I don't reach.
Early access to the beta, only
Expectations.
$90.
This is a funny
The
screenshot.
max.
This is a funny screenshot that they showed us because the joke is that you have to wash up on a beach because every game, because of PoE or whatever, you even got a little like crab here. It's
Baldur's Gate
required.
3.
Kind of reminds me of
Exactly,
Divinity
Baldur's
2.
Gate 3. Yep. No Rest for the Wicked. You wash up on a beach. They just did that to Baldur's Gate.
Classic.
But Frosty, have you ever played Titan Quest?
No, I've not. No. I'm assuming it's an ARPG.
Yeah, so this game, Titan Quest, was a trying to use the success of Diablo 2. This is again like pre D3, pre PoE, pre LE, pre Grim Dawn, pre Inquisitor, Chaos. All these games don't exist. So you've got only Diablo 2.
So weird.
And I guess
like,
Torchlight. But this was supposed to be Diablo 2 updated with Greek mythology.
okay. There's a lot of games that try to be like, we're going to be the next Diablo 2, and they're pretty good. It's weird because so many games tried to be the next WoW and just died. But so D2 is a really good format to try and copy, it looks like.
Yeah, I mean, everybody has their opinion, but if you looked at successful, tried and true action RPGs, Titan Quest is like a top 5 of like all time.
Nice.
That's like, it's up there. So I am very excited. I've been waiting for the gameplay trailer for so long.
It's super nice that they're going to make another one, because Titan Quest 1 looks, even for being that old, it just looks great. And in the field you have when you play it, it's just, I love the atmosphere and everything. And I actually really, really love Greek.
A lot of people love
Greece.
that.
Yeah, so for example, Assassin's Creed Odyssey was one of my favorites, and I just love it. It's just, I don't know why Greece is so. Ooh, do you know ancient Greece?
Have you seen the trailer for this game, Linda?
No, I don't watch trailers. I don't do anything. I'm like, oh, there it is.
Wait,
I assume there's no combat in it.
You don't watch trailers because you don't want it to be spoiled, or you don't watch trailers because you just don't watch trailers?
I just don't watch trailers.
Okay.
I think.
Do you want to see this one or no?
Yeah, sure. Okay. Now, when the others are like,
well,
also
I don't want to like. I mean, it doesn't.
Different.
It doesn't like spoil anything. I don't think. I didn't.
Nay, it doesn't have to be. I don't think it's gonna spoil anything at all. It's just I don't know. I just never want to.
It makes me think you're gonna like it because you love cinematics, right? Like you love cutscenes and stuff like that inside of
D4
campaigns.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. And Diablo. Yeah. There's not many game developer studios, or whatever we call it, that does those cutscenes. So yeah, it's very rare. But when they do, it's just really nice.
All right, here you go.
Of mortals,
Their sound right.
bound by fate's golden strands.
You'll only be able to hear it if you unmute the actual live stream.
Oh.
Tell of their laughter, their struggles, their glory.
That's Frosty right there on the
Like
horse.
Sparta.
Yes. That's how you know it's a good game.
Oh, look at this.
Destined them for godlike greatness. But the gods had other plans. Their ambition angered the goddess. And winged retribution showed them no mercy. Staining their strands with darkness. But don't cut it short. Tell us the whole story. Tell us about hope.
Oh yeah.
teaser. What the hell?
Right?
Jesus.
I'm going to take a wild guess that makes you more excited for it.
Indeed. But I have no idea what to expect. I couldn't even. I know I've seen these maps. Yeah,
Yeah.
I saw it today actually. It looks beautiful.
Yeah, my only concern is that some of the terminology and some of the stuff that THQ has put out, it says when you encounter fights, you have to ensure you parry, dodge, move, and take the fights, like strategically. Which when you
is it gonna be more like no rest for the wicked?
So that is
or-
my concern. My concern is it goes the way of no rest for the wicked, which would be
Oh.
weird.
Yeah, that would be weird.
I would not be happy if that's the way they end up going, but
Yeah,
hope
it would
they
be
don't.
way different if they did that.
They
Yeah.
need to stop advertising ARPGs and then make it no rest for the wicked, because it's not a good choice. Don't call it an ARPG if it acts like a Souls game.
And to be clear, if I was gambling and I had to put $1 million, I would say they're not going to do that. But that is my only scare right now, is that some of the things that they have said, it's like, that would be a very poor decision if that's what they did. So, but we will know in 2 days.
True.
We will know in 2 days. Okay. Moving on
Yeah.
to
It looks
Mr.
amazing though.
I know it looks so
Looks like
good.
they copied
But
D4
no.
though.
You know what the problem is? That apparently people have very different opinions on what an ARPG is. So when I say, for
yeah.
example, I think ARPGs are exactly like LE, like we do.
Yeah.
Like Aaron Action RPG.
Right.
You play these games that you consider are ARPGs, right?
Yeah.
But apparently Witcher is an ARPG.
Yeah.
All of these games are ARPGs. And they're like, but it's action and it's a role-playing game. But maybe we should have this own genre for
That's why
actual
so many
ARPGs.
people will call it Diablo-like or
Oh, really?
or hack and slash. But that's why I always say isometric action RPG, which means it's just like top down. But it is a very
top
broad.
down, yeah.
It's a very broad term, and a lot
Yeah,
of
No
different.
Rest for the Wicked is also no top down. So yeah, it is.
And no
It's like
rest.
the only thing though.
And No Rest for the Wicked said that they're coming for PoE and Diablo, which is also a really
they
weird thing
shouldn't
to
have
say.
done that.
It's a really weird thing.
Because I feel like No Rest for the Wicked is completely its own. They are doing their own thing, which is really cool, by the way. I really like the game.
Yeah.
It's just not an ARPG and not even close to.
And that's why they originally got their Steam review was like 55% because people were like, okay, they called out Diablo, they called
Oh my
out PoE.
God,
I'm
yes.
excited to play a new game. And then you log in and it's like the training enemy killed me. And it's like, what is this? That does not feel like those games.
Every ARPG streamer was saying, "Hey, get ready for this new thing that might kill Diablo." And then all the fans are like, "Oh, okay, I can't wait to play it." So everyone was pumped, and day one, everyone just gets in there, and they keep dying in like the first area, and they're like,
on the boat.
"Wait,
Yeah,
where's
not
my
knowing
skill
where
trees?"
to go. It was super confusing.
I think
yeah.
I actually like No Rest for the Wicked. I've been talking
too.
and kind of working
me too.
with Moon Studios. They got some good plans for that game. I think it's going to end up actually being. I think No Rest for the Wicked will. End
I'm
up
gonna
being
keep
good.
picking it up randomly.
Yeah.
But yeah, before we jump
Okay.
into D4, I had to say that Titan Quest did copy D4 in 3 ways. 1, there was horses. 2, there was a lot of red going on.
Yep.
And 3, I didn't see Diablo anywhere.
Those are all true statements. But if Titan Quest came out before Diablo 4, wouldn't that be?
I still think that Last Epoch should throw Diablo into the game. It would be amazing.
That would be awesome. And just FYI, Closed Eyes in chat says devs made a statement on the 12th saying Titan Quest 2 isn't a Souls-like or like No Rest for the Wicked.
Awesome.
There we go.
Now that's a promise, Now
Now that's it. Now they have to do it.
written in stone. We got it.
Moving over to the website PC Games N. As everybody knows, Frostylaroo is the #1 Diablo 4 super fan. And we know that Diablo 4 Season 5 is on the horizon. So I thought we could take a second and talk about what is coming. Now, tomorrow is the campfire chat from Blizzard Entertainment breaking down Season 5. They're probably going to cover a lot of the balance changes, cover more new uniques, cover changes that they have made since PTR. But this is what we know. So we are getting a new wave-based Infernal Horde mode. We're getting spoils of equipment, spoils of materials, spoils of gold, and spoils of greater equipment.
But sorry, in English, spoils of equipment. What is that?
A lot of.
Even though that's a lie, that was not the case in the PTR. So yeah, we're only really talking about this for a second here, but the Infernal Horde's PTR situation was horrendous. They wanted you to test their end game. Day one it launched. You needed a special compass to enter the end game. Those weren't dropping. Maybe one every like 2 hours, and then when you get in there, if you somehow figured out how to pump up the difficulty, you were fighting things for about 30 minutes, and at the very end you got 3 pieces of gear that were like doing like a Legion event.
Now, to be fair, Mr. LaRue, that's what's great about PTRs. You could find out all the ridiculous dumb stuff so they could fix it for the actual launch, right? So I mean, I guess it should have worked better probably at the beginning.
I mean, like, even if they add a ton of more loot, it would have to be a like guaranteed unique or high chance of uber unique, because the really hard versions of that end game system takes a very long time. Maybe they talked about I think they did talk about reducing the health of the bosses, because I was watching a streamer, Datmods, play the hardest version of that in hardcore, and he was doing the event for 1 hour and 10 minutes. Finally completed it and got 3 pieces of gear and less than 1 million gold. And if you complete a Whisper thing, which takes you like 10 minutes to do, you get like 4 million gold and like the same amount of uniques. It was ridiculous.
Rated Datmods today. I like that guy. Yeah. He's good.
He's pretty entertaining.
So this is what it says. After you slay them in this Infernal Horde mode, you get to spend your burning ether gathered from this mode on the spoils of hell. And again, spoils of equipment, spoils of materials, spoils of gold, or spoils of greater equipment, which guarantees an item with a greater affix. So that is this mode. Now, when I played PTR, I played for 1 day because it did not grab me. But I beat the entire new story, and then I played 2 of these wave-based Infernal Horde mode. And it was just okay. I'm just gonna put it in like the okay category.
But is that end game?
It is. It's an end game system. Okay. It's supposed to be like you unlock it once you've beaten the game, and you're kind of in like you are introduced to it in lower tiers. There's a lower tier version of it, so it's something you can do at the end game, but you can also do while leveling up. There's a lot of issues though. The loot reward, which I guess they'll fix. How long it takes to complete, which I guess they'll fix. The drops of the items needed to get into it, I guess they'll fix. And oh geez, there was one more thing that was pretty major that really kind of upset me, but I'm having trouble thinking of it right now. So give me a second. Aaron, go on.
I just want to ask, is it true they have 2 different dev teams for each season?
They've changed that now. That's no longer the case. Yeah, they mixed the teams up.
They scrambled the teams now because it was unbalanced.
They scrambled the teams.
Instead of an absolute amazing even season and horrible odd, it's now.
But season 1 sucked. Season 2 was good. Season 3 sucked, and then season 4 they scrambled the teams. So.
I heard it was like one every odd season was shit.
So so games like this, and even Last Epoch EHG is doing this now. You normally have one team working on the current, and then the team working on the future, so that they could leapfrog each other to make sure you have consistent live service model content dropping. It makes perfect sense. And yeah, they did have an odd and an even team.
So the last thing about this Infernal Horde that I just remembered. So the whole thing's supposed to be about there's different rounds. There's maybe 10 rounds in the hardest difficulty. Every round you select a buff and you get a boon. So, or boon and you get like a positive and then a negative thing happens to you. And the positive things are really lackluster. They're like, you get basically one more material and you need like 50 of these material to open one chest in the end. And that's like one round's bonus. Or you move 10% faster and you're already in a small room, so that doesn't really do anything for you. There's nothing major or cool or fun about the buffs you're getting every round. And that's the whole system. Like, you can just go and do the pit if you want to go kill a bunch of stuff and get rewards at the end. That's the special thing about this. Not that you're in a small room, that you're getting these crazy buffs and then you get rewards at the end, and the crazy buffs are really, really bad. And I don't think they mentioned making those better. They talked about the health being bad. They talked about the rewards being bad. They didn't talk about we're adding in really cool buffs. I didn't see that, but I guess we will tomorrow or today. Because
I've been thinking a lot about Diablo 4. It's been coming up a lot in my stream. And like, why? And again, I've played a ton of it. I was the writer on Icy Veins for Barbarian and for Werewolf. I've played every season, preseason. I was with Blizzard in Germany for Gamescom, with Blizzard at BlizzCon last year. I've played a ton of Diablo 4. So I just don't want people thinking I'm a D4 bad guy. But I don't know why the game doesn't grab me. And I was thinking, like, Legions, in my opinion, are not fun. World bosses are not fun. Tree Whispers, you just kind of complete them as you play. They're not fun.
I have a theory.
Nightmare dungeons aren't fun.
Yeah.
It's really Helltides, but now you level through Helltides, so by the time you hit 100, you're done, which leads you with basically the end game is bossing and pit. It doesn't have like a mapping system like PoE or a monolith like Last Epoch. I feel like that style of system is maybe what's lacking. I don't know. What do you think, Linda?
I think the open world part is what makes it
less.
I think that bothered me when I started playing D4 for the first time. I don't like. To me, D4 is more of an MMO RPG than an action RPG, because the way it's designed, it's just I don't know. It just feels way more like an MMO to me. So I see it. I actually said to my chat many times, it's a Diablo. It's an MMO in the Diablo world.
Yeah.
That's what we got.
Well, it definitely does
I
feel
see it
different.
like that. But it's not. I think I enjoy the linear maps that we have in classic ARPGs.
Frosty,
so yeah.
Frosty, what do you think? It has, you know, if you've never played Diablo 4, and I mentioned all that, Legion, world bosses, Tree of Whispers, nightmare dungeons, regular dungeons.
Can I just say a funny thing? I never do anything of that. So that's why I don't have an opinion. I don't even do that.
That's 6. The Pit, 7. PvP
I think
zone,
leveling
8.
up
That's 8,
your character.
8 end games. And now this new Horde mode, 9.
Excluding endgame, I think the leveling process and the gearing process from the start of the game to getting to endgame is my favorite. I like doing the Helltides till we get to tier 3 or 4. Then I like switching to Nightmare Dungeons to increase my Paragon or Glyphs. But then when I get to endgame, it's like, okay, hopefully I have enough materials to farm the bosses to get the uniques that I need. And then it's just because the loop is trying to get Pit as far as I can go, upgrading my gear slowly. Yeah, I mean, doing pit runs, it's kind of like you try to push as far as you can get after you get all the gear that you have that you need. And then once you kind of push to the point where it's like, I might be able to get to one more level of pit, is it worth farming for like 5 hours to try and get one extra level in pit, or are you just done for the season?
I think you and me are the same. Once I get to the point where you get to the Duriel runs. So it's like, okay, we now need Ubers. So we're going to run 500 Duriels today to get our Uber uniques. Once you hit that point, I'm pretty much checked out. Pretty much. Yeah. Because all you're doing is you're hunting Ubers to be able to run the pit, right?
Which is why season 3 was horrible, because it took forever to get that material to fight Duriel once, and that was it. There was no pit.
Yeah.
I never get that far, so I actually just I don't even get what I did 2 nightmare dungeons or something, but
okay,
just thinking about all that I have to do that over and over and over and over and over, it's just doesn't motivate me.
So Linda, this is what most people do. You start a character, you go into adventure mode, so you actually don't level through the campaign. You level in just the open world.
I've done that, yeah.
You go to Helltide and you level up to a certain level, then you do a capstone dungeon, then you level up to a certain level, you do a capstone dungeon, then you level up into the 90s. Then you hit your nightmare dungeons to level your glyphs. And once you have your glyphs leveled for your Paragon board and your character leveled, you start bossing. And at that point, you'll run bosses to get better items and get your aspects. And then once you've got that, you run the pit, which is like the Diablo 3 Greater Rifts is what it is.
I never got there. No, I never got into the pit. No.
Yeah.
But I just do side quests. I play adventure mode and then I'd run around do the side quests.
That's fun.
all the blue exclamation points.
I need you to do that for my hardcore characters, because that's the thing I don't want to do.
Because I like it, because it feels like I'm doing something meaningful. You know,
You're
I'm actually accomplishing something. No, but I don't know. Doing just runs in dungeons, and it doesn't motivate me. Like doing a quest is like, okay, now we have to go do this. I wonder where we have to go. What should we do? It's just different every time. I think every quest is just different. So I don't get the same, dungeon.
Okay.
I guess that's why. I just love questing also. I have to add that. When I was playing, I also played a lot of World of Warcraft.
Oh, here we go. Oh, gosh. Here we go.
So
I need to know. Okay. When did you start playing? When did you stop playing? And
we're extending the podcast an extra hour. Sorry, go on.
Well, I started a TBC.
Okay. Then.
And I started then. And then I played till Cataclysm. And I'm going to show you what I have as a memory from 2010, standing in line at midnight, waiting for the game to release.
Yes, the collector's edition. Yes.
Can we see?
I see it.
Show it.
Yeah.
I have. This is 14 years old, and I'm still using it. I just don't want.
Okay.
I bought it when Cataclysm was released, and it's a Worgen on it, and it said World of Warcraft Cataclysm on it, and I just can't get rid of it. It still
back when you
works.
bought the physical copies.
Frosty, before he was a Diablo 4 super fan, is a World of Warcraft fanatic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it's a great game. World of Warcraft was so great. I did go back. I played Legion, and I played Battle.
Legion was good. Legion was good.
Demon Hunter is the best of all time.
Oh, you're melee player. I got it.
But Legion and Battle of Azeroth we played, and then from there it was like, nah. Now
I think Shadowlands was a good idea. That was a horrible expansion.
I think I tried, but we didn't. We didn't continue after that.
Fine.
No.
It's fine. And yes, it is getting late, so we might have to switch to our next scene soon. But before we do, I want to say one thing about season 5, or two things.
Yep.
Because we're getting a lot of information today/tomorrow.
Yeah.
The two main things that I know is the uniques are getting a major rework. So there's going to be a lot of cool and fun uniques. Windforce might actually be good for once, which I've been hoping it would be, because since D2 Windforce was the shit, and then since then it's been garbage. So I'm happy about that. And the other thing I can't remember right now, it's about 3 a.m. over here, and I am forgetting what I was
But you had a
say.
cup of coffee.
I did. That's why I'm up right now. That's why I'm so active.
I'm good to go. I'm good to switch. I mean, I had the Vessel of Hatred.
We don't need to see the Spiritborn. We don't need it. It's fine. It's coming.
You don't want to see
It's
the
there, we know.
gorilla. You don't want to see the gorilla.
Know.
You're
we
right.
know it's there.
Moving Linda to the hot seat. All right, Linda, you are officially between. Yeah, hold it back. Officially between two
there you go.
portals. Now, normally in this segment, it's more rapid fire. Okay, so Frosty will ask a question, then I'll ask a question, and you can answer in one word, you can answer in a paragraph, whatever you want. But this is the rapid fire portion. This is also the anything goes when it comes to questions. So, are you ready?
I think so.
Okay, I'll go first. You are Swedish, correct?
Sí. Sí, and then I say it in Spanish. Ja.
Okay.
Ja.
Do you like Swedish fish candy?
I actually do like it. I just don't eat candy.
Ever?
Okay.
No.
Never. When was the last time you had a piece of candy?
I eat if I know the ingredients.
Is it your national candy?
Nah. So here's the funny thing, short story. I've been to America and they said, oh, you have Swedish fish. You like Swedish fish, blah, blah, blah. You know Swedish fish? And I was like, what's Swedish fish? What is
You just
that?
call them fish over there.
And then they showed me and I was like, oh, the fish candy? Oh, you have it here? You call it Swedish fish? Okay, I didn't know it was Swedish,
We
but okay,
just
cool.
call it fit. That's funny. All right, go ahead, Frosty.
But yeah, it's
All
not.
right, so-
It's a good taste. Yeah.
Good. So something tells me you're a big coffee fan. If so, why do you use instant coffee?
What?
Oh, yeah, this is a thing. People are very very judgy when it comes to instant coffee. But I have found, I don't have it here now. I have found a coffee that is organic and it's really, really good. So now I use instant coffee because it's really good. I like it and it goes really fast. It's easy to make and it takes no time. And I can just
That
boil
was
water
one of
and
my
then just,
questions. What is your morning coffee? How do you take it?
big as my face?
And it's instant coffee.
It's instant coffee. It's one teaspoon and a little bit more, and then it's water, and then it's like water until here, I would say, and then it's the rest is milk, and then
Okay,
I always fill it all the way up.
Okay. What is your favorite build in Last Epoch?
Right now, I must say, I'm really loving the Void Knight right now.
Oh.
Brow didn't. I started
gosh.
Void Knight. I really liked it, but
You're listening to Brow? Brow, you're not
I
in
do.
stream,
He
right?
made a great.
I know.
He was here, I think, but yeah, he did a great Void Knight that I actually tried now, and it's working so well.
You just
so
made
that's really fun.
you just made his week, so that's good.
I love
he'll
it,
have
but
to
I do
clip
love it.
it.
It was really cool. Also, I tried a Beast Master, is it right? Poison Nova build.
Oh,
That
you're a
was
Scorpion.
really- and that one was also super fun. But my all-time favorite is Werebear. I just wish it wasn't so slow.
Got it. Oh, I've got a couple
How-
Werebear questions. Go ahead, Frosty.
How does it feel playing Last Epoch without a loot filter?
Who put you up to this, Frosty?
I have the same
I-
question. Why do you have
That's what
against
I've been
loot
seeing.
filters?
You look up your name on Google, it's what it says.
Doesn't like loot filters.
Wait
No
a
loot
second. Do
filter.
you actually play the game without a loot filter? Like nothing?
I hide normal magic, and then eventually, when I start getting exalted, I hide rare.
Okay.
The thing is, I think it's more like, but what if something drops that could be good for something else? You know?
Okay, just to be clear, if you're hiding common, magic, and rare, you are using a loot filter. You're just not going like a crazy like 700 line loot filter.
Nay, I look at everything that drops. I look at it, but yeah, I am using a loot filter. Still, it's not
Diablo.
enough for many people. Majority think it's not really using a loot filter. But yeah, it's
like
way
an
better than
inventory
not
filled
using
with
it at all.
yellows.
Huh?
You have an inventory filled with yellows usually after a few monoliths, right?
I do have one tab with yellows.
Okay, just making sure. Just checking on that.
I'm supposed to ask you, what does the word sluta mean?
It means stop it in Swedish. It's sluta.
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 Frosty,
So
I could say that word.
So what is the most embarrassing thing that you did on stream?
I never do anything embarrassing.
Come on.
What have I done? Yeah, I'm trying to think.
Okay. If you can't think of anything, think about it for a little bit. But
I don't know if I ever get embarrassed.
I danced in Lederhosen with my wife to polka music. That was
But that's not embarrassing. That's fun.
It's super embarrassing.
It's your point of view, maybe, but I think that was fun. That sounds like fun. But no, I think I accidentally called someone a Spanish pervert in chat. That's mostly I think. But I don't
Frosty's
have...
like, I do that every day. That's not too bad.
Yeah, that's how I start my streams.
No, I don't know if I do anything. I'm probably not aware of it.
What about like snorting? Have you ever laughed and like snorted or anything like that?
Yeah, but I still wouldn't say that's embarrassing.
Okay.
And rarely laugh snort, but I wouldn't care if I did.
Yeah.
Probably.
Has your bird has attacked you on stream before? Anything like that?
No,
No.
luckily, but he poops on me.
That
On stream.
that should count.
Yeah, that counts.
That would count.
I have to scoop a little bird poop sometimes. Yeah.
If you could have your own unique item in Last Epoch, what would it be? What would it do?
100% increased movement speed for werebear.
Oh my gosh. Too slow?
Yes. I don't know. That's a hard one. I don't know. It's very hard because if you want your own unique, well, I do have, but I don't want that as a unique. I want it as skins.
Okay.
MTX, I think. For werebear and for Swarmblade,
Yeah.
how when you wear armor, you don't really see the armor when you're transformed.
You could
So it
turn
would
into
be
a
fun.
polar bear. You could look like a
I
polar
know,
bear.
but I have to be a cold werebear.
Yeah.
But I told Josh from EHG that I would love to have the werebear have different skins. Like you can have panda, we were talking about Winnie the Pooh and such, but I think that's copyrighted. But things like that would be super fun to have.
Just so you know, one of my channel leaders, his name is Guilty, has been pushing for a were panda, without exaggeration, for 4 years. For weeks
Really?
and weeks, he has pushed for a were panda. It's like his number one thing. So
Yeah,
And
that's good.
EHG's
Keep pushing, Guilty.
and EHG's always like, we know, were panda. So just FYI. We
And then
know
the
that.
Swarmblade, I mentioned this to Josh as well. A bumblebee, a giant bumblebee. How cute!
Oh,
would
they love bees. EHG loves bees.
That would sell. That would sell.
That would
So how often do you think about Diablo 4 while playing Last Epoch?
Well, now because the new season comes out, I am playing a bit on my own off stream. So I guess a little, but not really.
All the
When
time.
I'm in the game,
Got it.
constantly.
Constantly.
But yeah, I when I'm in the game, I'm in the game.
Okay.
Usually. So.
Why word on the street is you hate gaming chairs. Is this true? I know.
Word ever made.
I hate my chair too.
What do you have?
I don't even know. I just sit on it. I don't even lean back on it. People have leaned back on this and fallen. It's
What does it say on your pillow?
I don't know.
Race?
It's upside down. It's upside down.
You're just
Casey,
you're just a
nah.
disaster.
Doesn't
it's
matter. I
probably
don't.
like this one, this racing chair, and it's
Yeah,
just,
I don't want to advertise this. It's fine.
but it's I don't know why I thought this was gonna be, because it's a gaming chair and
Yeah,
you're
they
gaming,
lie.
and lies, all lies.
is,
If
yeah.
you
Like, the
want
best
a good
chairs
chair,
don't look good.
office chair, a proper freaking ergonomic office chair. Just saying.
You just don't look cool while you're in one.
You look like a proper office worker, but you'll feel great.
So, why did you not play the Path of Exile's new league?
Because I don't know Path of Exile enough. I played Path of Exile 3 years ago, I think it was. We played it through and through. We went through the whole campaign. I don't remember a lot. We did the labyrinth and so on, but now I have said this. I think PoE is kind of bloated with league content.
Oh yeah.
So I feel very overwhelmed going back.
I'm a new player. I'm attempting. It's so overwhelming. And like I said, I have 10 hours to play during the week. That is not enough time. That is not enough time.
Nah, it's overwhelming now. So that's why PoE 2 is going to be, it's so great that they're
Fresh
doing
start. Yeah.
But yeah, so when I played Necropolis. I started when Necropolis came out, the former league. But I just didn't feel it. And then now this one came out and I was like, okay, but should I just play the game, the main game and, learn that first and then we can do everything else. But nah, I'm just going to wait. It's just, there's so many other people streaming PoE, so I think they can do that and then I'll do LE for now.
I like the way you think. I think that's a good decision.
Speaking of Last Epoch, do you have any phone games? There's nothing to do with Last Epoch. I just
my random. I tried to play to download Immortal, but it doesn't work on my phone. I have a really shitty phone, so no. The thing I play is basically I have a solitaire, and then but it's
okay.
It's like when I'm so bored, or when I'm just nothing. Yeah, I rarely play on my phone.
Halloween costume this year, I was told pirate.
Pirate?
That's what I hear. Halloween costume for this year, Linda. Pirate. No.
Well, we can actually do Halloween this year because I kind of was new to streaming last year. I haven't thought about it. It's soon Halloween. Oh wow.
October.
Yeah, I was told there was there has been some pirate talk because of my bird, and I should have him on my shoulder.
Oh,
But
that actually makes sense. Okay, that's what it is. You have a bird.
Yeah. He won't be in on it, so that's not gonna.
He
work.
won't leave its cage, so it doesn't work.
Oh, and if it does,
And if he does, he's not gonna. Yeah, that also. But he's not gonna sit on my shoulder for a long time. I can tell you that.
What's your bird's name? I don't remember if you said.
I call him Snooties.
Okay.
It's like a name you call little children.
Frosty, can you repeat it? What's the name of the bird?
Snooties.
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 Snooties. It's like my little. I don't even know any English words for that, but his real name is Gul, which is yellow in Swedish. But I never ever call him that.
You should call him Sluta. That's the
only. Basically what I tell him all the time, so it might as well be.
If you were to get another bird, what species, and would it be a rescue?
I would love. My dream is to have a place where I could have rescues. Yes, I feel like many people get pets. It doesn't really have to be birds, but yeah, I don't know why I have such a weakness for birds. It's probably because I had one when I was young. Yeah. And he meant so much to me. I had him from when I was 6 until I was 16. So that was like my whole childhood, basically, my whole growing up. I think that's why. So yeah, if I could, I would definitely rescue birds. I see we have a pond around in the park, and we have duckies there. And I saw a duck limping, and I wanted to, like, I was almost crying.
Yeah.
I almost cried, and I just want to, but
Just help the
I
duck.
don't have
yeah.
any means to do it. I live in a small We live in a small apartment. There's no way, but eventually, hopefully, yeah.
It's very, very
Well, you're gonna
heartwarming.
blow up as a streamer, and then you'll have all the money you need. So it's totally fine.
That's true. That's
It's
true.
for the animals.
See, there you go. That'll work.
Speaking of heartwarming, my final question here is, what's your favorite Swedish curse word?
Fitta.
What?
Fitta.
Okay.
It means it's the C word in English.
Oh, wow. Okay. I'm not going to
doesn't-
repeat that.
Like, I don't think, maybe for you it doesn't sound that bad.
The C word here in the U.S. is a pretty intense curse word. So, yeah, is it like the UK version of the C word?
Maybe it's I don't know. I think if I said it, I say it now. I say it even when my parents are around and they're like,
Okay, yeah, it's probably more
Linda, and I was like, come on,
more
no,
UK
we're grown
than
ups
the
here.
US
Come on.
version. Got it.
I swear a lot. I do.
The C word is a pretty. That's up there.
Yeah.
I also
Might be
use
our
the word
highest rated curse
prostitute,
word.
but the worst word for prostitute.
I mean, the C word is over the F word for sure.
Yeah, it is. It is. Here it is.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
I use
yeah.
that a lot. Yeah.
Okay. Is it true that you used to love horror games and scary games?
It's my favorite game genre, actually. That's what I did when I started my YouTube. That's what I played because I was so scared to play them. So I haven't played that because that's not my type of game that I like.
So give us some examples of like games you covered on your YouTube channel, your favorite horror games.
So many. I played so many. I played Silent Hill 1, 2, and 3.
Okay.
I started 4, but yeah. I played all kind of indie games that came out. That was my focus, to play indie horror games that came out. Then I realized everyone's doing that, so not a smart move. But Amnesia, I haven't covered it on my YouTube, but it's one of my top horror games for sure. Yeah, I don't know if people know, but there's a lot. I played Dead Space. I played some Swedish horror games that was really neat as well, called Northern Hymn or something. It's a lot of them, but not very huge. They're more indie games.
Okay. I played Phasmophobia. Did you ever play Phasmophobia?
I did, yeah. And then I think it was great in the beginning and then for a while. And then I think they change. When you work on a game too long, they change too much.
It loses its luster.
Yeah, it loses what you enjoyed from the beginning. So now I don't play it anymore.
Final question. Why do you hate side scrollers?
I don't know. I don't think there's a reason. It just doesn't.
Like Mega Man?
It's just not fun. The
Like
same as
Mega Man?
and platforming. I don't know. I just like. I like when you can see and you can explore and so on. I think that's the problem.
Okay.
Sonic the Hedgehog?
Mario?
No,
Mario 3.
Well,
Come on. No? No, she didn't have that.
I mean, I
Doesn't like it.
played
Doesn't
it,
like
but
it.
it's not my favorite. No, it's not
Okay,
my favorite.
that's fine. Linda, you have successfully survived being between two portals. All right, everybody. We're going to switch scenes, and we're going to open up the Q&A from the audience. So on YouTube, X, and Twitch, if you have any questions for Linda, now is the time.
Exciting.
All right, here we go. Let's see if anybody they're going to be like, "Can you say the bad word again?" or something like that. Let's see.
They're all wanting to.
Yeah, that's
all
the whole
talking about
chat is
that.
talking
Are
about.
there any Swedes in chat? Maybe.
It doesn't even matter at this point.
Linda, have you ever played Maple Story?
No, I haven't. I heard about it, but I haven't. And also, I should add, it's a huge thing maybe to know, but I'm not a lore person. So when I play games, I skip everything.
I thought you like the story stuff. No?
No, I'm not a story person. I did do it
I
for
agree.
Diablo because Diablo is so simple. It's like hell, heaven, poof,
Yeah, yeah.
off, war. So easy. Diablo has 2 brothers. Cool. Okay, nice.
Yeah.
That's like my lore interest, and I would never care for lore. I've actually played every single game in my life, skipping all dialogues and all cutscenes.
Yes. Does your audience get mad at you for doing that?
I don't do it on stream, but they're probably a bit shocked and upset that I don't like lore and story as much as they do sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So Maple Story is a story game, right? It's I think it's the big part of that game is the story. I think so. I think I looked into it a while ago, but yeah. So I guess it wasn't just for me. It wasn't for me.
Okay. Did you ever play Sacred 2?
No, I never got to do that because stuff came in between. We did play Sacred 1 on stream.
What's your favorite
So,
brand of coffee?
It's from the Austrian grocery stores that we have here. I don't know what it's called, but it's organic and it tastes great.
Okay. Somebody said they're from Denmark when you asked, is there any Swedish people in chat? No, so far, that's all I've seen.
There was a Danish.
That's all I've seen.
They should know the swear words.
D4 GigaChad 32 wants to know, have you ever played Monster Hunter World?
I have. Yes.
Oh, nice.
It's
What
just-
weapon did you use?
Big ass sword.
Big ass sword. Great sword. All right, awesome.
I think I did. Yeah, I think it was like a big sword, but it's also not my type of game.
Yeah, I love that game.
Exathia says best sword to have.
I know.
Kaiser
Yeah.
says it was me. I'm a Dane, of course.
I did Dane.
Ask her what her
Yeah.
favorite thing about streaming and her least favorite thing about streaming.
The best thing about streaming is that we get to play games and we get to hang out with people that actually enjoy the same game or the games in general, and it's just so fun. Also sharing now. I don't know how you guys are, but since I started YouTube and streaming, I cannot play games on my own. I want to share it.
Oh.
I want to play together. So I have a really hard time now playing games alone. But that's the best part, to do it together.
Yep.
And meet so many great people. What would you say? What do you think, guys?
Oh my gosh.
Do you play with your audience?
Nah.
Uh,
I don't play with people. Nah.
Linda-
Sometimes. No, I'm just lying. I played Lethal, what is it called? Lethal Company with chat. Yeah.
I think you and me kind of had this, actually Frosty as well. All three of us started on YouTube and then from YouTube migrated to Twitch, which I think is actually the best way to do it, because you build up a little bit of a following, you build up a community, and then it is very different. You move from that, you're making movies, which is static, to live. I always think of it like actors moving from making a movie to like Broadway, a live, like it's very, very, very different. But
And you get feedback live now instead of, after, when you can take a moment and think about what you want to answer.
know.
Now it's like on the spot. So you're like, oh shit, no.
Yeah, and anyone wanting to stream, I do suggest doing that. Doing a YouTube, a TikTok, Twitter, and then going to stream. Because if you stream and out of nowhere you have 0 people watching you, Twitch is horrible at growing your audience.
Yep.
Because think about it. Think you go to a page. Do you scroll all the way down to the person who's got 0 people watching? You don't. You just kind of look at the top like 3 rows, and then you pick someone.
That's exactly. I mean, it's literally exactly right.
It's funny though, because when I started streaming, I was streaming a game called Fear and Hunger. I don't know if you've heard about it. It's a kind of wicked game. It's really, really special, really, really unique, but very fun and gruesome. So that's what really got popular on my YouTube, and that's what I started streaming. And yeah, but then when I didn't stream that anymore, I streamed Assassin's Creed, and then it was actually they're still with me in chat.
Nice.
Not now, but they came to Assassin's Creed and went to the least viewers or very few viewers, and then started jumping so they could talk. Some people actually like going to.
That actually makes sense. I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Mhm.
Because you go to those bigger streamers, you're just lost in the
You're
crowd.
ignored. Right.
Yeah, you don't
Yeah.
get to discuss anything because you get lost in the everything. So some people just enjoy when it's smaller, and
True.
I've noticed the change that some people were more there when it was less people, and now it's
Yeah, I created a YouTube, then created the Discord, and then as the community grew, everybody wanted to like hang out, and that's what my stream started as, was just like all right, like work's over, let's like hang out, hang out with the friends, hang out with the community. And yeah, I thought it was a lot of fun.
Oh, I guess one more tip for someone who doesn't want to do a YouTube or anything, and they want to just jump right into streaming. If you play a game that's obscure and you go into that category and there's like 10 people streaming it, you can start there, because there will be people wanting to watch people in those weird categories, not weird, but less known categories, and they might click on you. You have a lot higher chance of them clicking on you than if you're playing like PoE on its new launch and you don't have anyone watching.
Yeah, that's always my number one advice, is that you need to find a game that you really, really like, that you're passionate about, that literally has almost nobody covering it, that you believe could be the next Vampire Survivors, the next Dark and Darker, the next game that could potentially get big. I mean, I was playing Last Epoch when there was literally like 60 players in the world playing it. It's been a very. I've made 700 videos on YouTube for Last
When I looked
Epoch.
up Last Epoch, I found Aaron pretty quickly, and that's where I got all the information for my video.
It's really fun. It worked out.
Yeah, but I agree with you guys. That's a great advice. If you want to really start on Twitch right away, don't go on the big shots. Like, don't go into the big games.
But to the second half of that question, what do you dislike about streaming?
I think dislike is probably not that I dislike it, but I think it's the negativity sometimes, like we've mentioned before. And also, in the beginning, there was a lot of people want to share their traumas, or, trauma dumping is a huge thing. And that's kind of hard to deal with, because I'm not a psychotherapist or a therapist at all. I don't really know what you want me to do. So
they want you to listen. It's honestly, they just want you to listen.
I know, but maybe this is not the forum,
Yeah.
So I had to kind of somehow, mitigate that, or, like, we come here, we relax, we're not going to think about shit. The world doesn't exist. Let's just have fun. Sometimes we do go into stuff that's, we're bashing a little bit on America sometimes. But,
What?
Everyone does that.
America.
Hell yeah.
That's
I'm not
right.
going to say the F word.
America.
No, I'm just joking. But I think that's the probably the negativity sometimes for games. But there's not a lot of negative things about it. It's just also, I would say, more difficult. Not negative, but more difficult, is that everyone's so different that you have to kind of be able to handle all kinds of personalities. That's interesting to me. that's fun, but could be a challenge sometimes.
Kaiser, get out of here. I thought bashing America is a must. Get out of here. Get out of here. Aaron and Frosty are so talkative when it comes to the community, of course. I just noticed Aaron didn't shave. I know. Anybody have any other... Did I miss anything? Any other questions for Linda? Or Frosty or me? See, there's nothing to be nervous about, Linda. See? We're like way over on time, too. I just...
Yeah, I know.
I just figured I'm kind of just watching Frosty's eyes glaze over, so I don't want the podcast to end because it's like...
Frosty's going to fall asleep on stream.
It's 3:12.
You could just change the category to I'm only sleeping, and then you can make money out of Frosty.
Yeah.
It is late. It is
How
late here.
can we find... Oh, Linda, why don't you tell everybody your socials? They said, how can we find you?
Ooh, well, I'm only on YouTube and Twitch. I don't have any socials. I don't use social media. I'm living under the rock. Tinfoil hat.
I think
I just feel like there's a lot of, as I've mentioned, negativity. I'm fine without knowing anything. So yeah, it's YouTube or Twitch.
No, that's great. That is...
I don't use it.
That is great. And everybody, I will post this. I'll repost this on YouTube, and it'll have all Linda's socials, her YouTube and her Twitch on it as well. Twitch handle. What is your Twitch handle?
Is that my name? Like Twitch handle?
Yes.
Okay, Lee March. Yeah, Lee March.
I know. There was like, you should have just made your channel Linda, which would have been easier, you know?
If there only was one Linda in the world. So easy.
Oh, yeah.
There's another Frostylaroo. I had to put a TV at the end.
Right. Frosty's links are in there as well.
Where is your name from, Frosty? How did you come up with it?
Oh, okay. I play World of Warcraft as usually a Frost Mage. And so I had a character named Frost Shade because you can't get Frost. Everyone likes the word Frost. Okay, it's taken like everywhere. And then back in the day, I saw a parody video for Dark Souls, and it stuck in my head. But it was like two best friends played Dark Souls, and they're like, "What are we gonna name our character?" And for some reason, they said, "Of course, we're gonna name it Frostylaroo." And I don't know why that stayed in my head for all these years, but when it came to me figuring out my YouTube name, I wanted to, I don't know, I just called it Frostylaroo because I wanted to keep Frost or Frosty in the name because I figured people would end up calling me that if I made it long enough, and I guess that's kind of how it ended up anyway. So that's it. That's the story.
That's so cool, though. Laroo. Does it even mean anything, or is it just...
No, it means nothing. I even spelled it wrong, too.
Frostyloo.
Frostyloo.
You're like, darn it. Oh, yeah, it is what it is.
Or what did Asmund say? Like, Frostylaroo.
Frostylaroo. Mr. LaRue. Hey, Frosty, who do you I think who has more gray?
I do. I probably do. I don't know.
I have some gray here
This is all gray.
I see your sides are gray. My sides aren't gray, but my front is gray.
But down...
oh, yeah, you've got some gray.
I don't know.
You're 36, right?
Yeah.
88?
88.
Yeah, she's 36, too. I'm the old man of the group.
All right, month. What month?
The good year.
Oh, gosh.
Probably older than me.
I wasn't. Yeah, you had your birthday now, so yeah, I'm older than you.
Okay. I'm the youngest on the stream here.
Yeah, you're the kid here.
Yeah,
little baby.
I'm the old man. My gray's coming. I got 4 kids, so my gray's coming in fast. They're getting too big.
You have 4 kids?
Yeah, I've got 18, 15, 12, and 9.
What?
Those
How old were you when you got your first kid?
I don't know. I'm 39, so 21.
Wow, young dad.
Well, thanks everyone for joining the podcast today.
Everybody for Frosty right now. It's 3:16 in the morning. It's 3:16 in the morning.
I have work tomorrow.
Do you really?
Yes,
All right.
I do.
All right, everybody. Huge thanks for everybody that tuned in. If you didn't catch the whole thing, the VOD will be up on Twitch and the video will be up on YouTube tomorrow, or I guess I should say today. Today, or at least later today, we have the Diablo 4 Season 5 Campfire, and on Friday, we've got the Titan Quest 2 gameplay reveal. Linda, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
This
I was so happy you wanted to have me here. I'm so grateful. Thank you so much.
Everybody said we needed some female energy, so this is perfect. This is perfect. And Frosty was even respectful, you know. So
coherent words.
Yeah, Frosty, you were great today. Good job.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Frosty.
I'm pretty good. I'm pretty great.
Since you're half drunk, I mean half asleep, you get the you get the final word, and then I'm pushing the button. When you give me the thumbs up, I'm hitting it. You could say the goodbyes.
That's it for today's episode of the Town Portal Podcast. A huge thank you to our guest Linda for joining us and sharing her thoughts, insights, and morning with us all. Have a good one. Goodbye.
Town Portal Podcast, where the gamers unite, along with Aaron and Frosty. We're taking flight, tune in, live a long-term quest in the world of action. We're the best.